good morning, good morning, good morning. So the cat from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. Chudluta here from Thailand. How is life with you? Welcome to a rainy Thailand. And if you can hear, I'm up here. You'll hear the rain on the corrugated roof here. For instance, here where I am in the back of the part of the house where I'm staying. And we've got a bit of rain, to say the least. The winds have moved around, etc. We're definitely in the rainy season, and damn, it's come back with a vengeance. But it's been the high season's not been that great this season. It's not been that hot. It's been hot, I think last year, we had weeks of just hot, heat, and especially after Songkran, the Thai, New Year, and coming into low season, and it was just constantly hot, 40 degrees. But it's been kind of like there's been showers in the middle. But now, the last few days, we had a lot of rain. Yesterday, the flights were diverting from Grunter, Bangkok, to Utapal Airport in Pattaya, just over here. So there were flights because they couldn't land because of the. It's very, very. You think about Heathrow Airport, how many flights land. Suvarnabhumi Airport, for instance, in Bangkok, for instance, is just as bad, and any kind of heavy weather. Remember the Singapore thing? Was ago, so they divert, and they go to Utapal. So we treated to about 9 planes yesterday coming in. As an aviation geek as well, I do apologise. So, for instance, I was quite happy to see. Anyway, so it's been going back to Man City. So bear with me, the rain. I know it'll get that hard, but you never know. Anyway, so let's move on. So, talk about Man City, because it's been interesting. The past 24 hours, there's just been transfers after transfers after transfers, linked with this, linked with that. So, I'm going to go through as much as I can, and give my take, but I won't going to go deep into them because, quite honestly, again, transfer rumours are transfer rumours. They can be yes or no, up, down. So I'm not going to go, we're going to get this guy. And then we don't end up getting an E.g. Judas Bellingham from last season, and this season the Wirtz thing. But it was interesting to hear about the Wirtz because it appears that Manchester City have had a verbal agreement now with by Leverkusen about Wirtz, and saying, for instance, for 100 million euros. So, but for instance, it appears that Bayern want him because they don't want to sell him to Bayern because they don't want to make Bayern stronger, really. It's going to cost 150 million euros. And at the moment, etc., I think the player's kind of swerving towards either staying or going to München, depending, or whatever, or even Madrid, because I don't know. So in that case, I think we just move on from this guy. For instance, I don't want a flip flopper. Again, we haven't heard from him. We have a lot of media. There's a lot of German media. Like you've got the Spanish media protecting the Spanish clubs, the German media is protecting the German clubs, and the English media protecting Man United and Liverpool, and that's it. And Russell goes and slagging off Man City whenever they can get the chance. So it appears that, for instance. So it appears that, for instance, so that was the situation. But we move on. So the latest and the most interesting one was Reijnders from the Dutch guy from Juventus. So, for instance, he came onto the frame, and according to Nobbins and a few other people, for instance, saying he'd be a better fit for Manchester City, an 8 rather than a 10, and get another 8 like Eugene Morgan gives White. He'd be a better fit than Wirtz. So so for instance, and it would play better in Man City's system. And we can get him a lot cheaper, and is available. So Fabrizio was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it yesterday. So that is something we'll keep a look at. James Mcatee, for instance, everybody's saying now he's going towards the exit door. For instance, and it appears that, for instance, I think they value about 25 million quid. I thought you can get a little bit more from him, but disappointed to see him because they're homegrown, played for Man City. Callum Doyle's going as well, so I've got it's just disappointing, really, why we can't nourish these players through. Because they'll stay for easy 10 years, and then we have to go out and get some youngster from other places. Anyway, so we do lose James Mcatee. It's a shame, really. He wants more football. I understand that. But unfortunately, for instance, you've got to be a squad player. And if you're playing for a big squad like Manchester City, a big team like Man City, you're going to have to bide your time. So, and produce whenever you get the chance. I've seen more. He's played more this season, but unfortunately, we'll see what's happening. But there's a lot of interest in Leverkusen wants him, Forest wants him, Villa wants him. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the other one's Nico Sabona. For instance, was another name. For instance, which I didn't hear. For instance. Just pop on to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne first. Kevin De Bruyne, my king, absolutely devil. He's more of an interest in going to Napoli. I think, which is a good idea. Been to Napoli a few times. Lovely place, lovely pizzas. Napoli. I love Italy. It's one of my favourite countries in the world, and so good lifestyle. Got to watch yourself though a little bit there. For instance, some of the North Africans were a bit dodgy. But other than that, for instance, very passionate about the football, and I think he would be treated well. So what's it called? But and also he was staying blue. So, it'd be a shame to see him go. I really do think we need to think twice about that. But okay, go from there. So Mcatee, 25 million quid. 12 months on his left on his contract. Leads the Notts Forest, West Ham, Palace, all interested by Muchin. So, for instance, we'll see what happens there. It's a shame, really, because again, he's a top player. For instance, I like the guy, for instance, and he wasn't at fault in any way. What's it called for the Southampton, and he's got a good attitude. I'm just disappointed to go. Anyway, Nicola Savonia from Juventus. And again, another guy from Juventus. Because at Man City, I've got a verbal agreement in place with the player, and say that Saboni is a right back playing Juventus. But there's a verbal agreement with it. But we'll see. And Man City also have identified a guy called Wesley as well, because I think we're looking at the left backs and right backs, which you damn need. So for instance, let's get one of these guys. We're sick and tired of going in and getting players playing like a left and right back, etc. And who are not. They're coming out a bit further. So we'll see what happens there. It's a shame, really. What's it called? Carlos Bileba also still is a link with him. Brighton, Home Albion, Jack Gorn. That Man City have sent scouts to watch Bileba and Brighton against Brighton. But also I think Liverpool wants him as well. Wesley, this guy Wesley, moves on to Wesley. There's an update on him on Pablo Oliveira, journalist from Brazil. So Man City have open talks now with Wesley's camp making the move. But this summer the camp is still said to be that Flamingo have told their players and Antwerp they're looking for at least 38 million for Bolivia. And then we're going to Reijnders. Reijnders, 56 million for Reijnders. I thought that was a pretty good shout, that. 56 million. Netherlands. How old is he? Let me have a look. 27 summer. So, possible Gundo replacement. So that was good. So, moving on from that. Because it was loads of names actually come up yesterday, for instance, of what City are interested in, and I was happy to internet. Comes and goes. Good internet in Thailand, really good. We got 5G and everything. Whoever says challenge, they third world country, you've got to really think twice. So this Leverkusen thing. Let's pop on to the Man City shirt. So the striped shirt is definitely the new shirt. It's on sale in New York. It's on sale in Australia. It's on sale in many places. I like it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's one of these shirts, like the Colin Bell shirt, it's a treble winning shirt. Okay, I think it was a great shirt. Mikalakanji from comments. It wasn't about look. We of ourselves, and they defended well. Maybe we should have finished one action better. Defensively, we were really good. They played a lot of long balls, and we won almost all of them. Effort-wise, it was all we could do. So Kuzanov is working hard to master English with 3 hours lessons a week with a club tutor and then at home doing online teaching from Tashkent. So, which is good. And this is what belongs to you. You know, belongs to you come Thailand or whatever. You need to learn the language. Yeah, for instance, to me, I'm working really hard to learn Thai, learn Thai. Yeah, I do like the new t-shirt. It really does. Echeverry, it's been impressive in training. Will he get a shot before? Victor Reese, there's a video about Victor Reese on the internet at the moment. So hopefully it's interesting to see. I'm going to have a look at home with Victor Reese. Hope he gets his shot. Again, Elena Haaland and Mamouche, she's great at Man City. He's got so much speed, flair for the game. And I told him, you come to Man City, you don't have to prove anything. There's a reason why we bought you. Look at what you did at Frankfurt. So nice compliment from what's it called? Rejinders. Also, Morgan Gibbs White. There was talk that City were going to go for him. Okay, and it was all systems go for Morgan Gibbs White. Then it comes out, he put out a statement, which Borough fans were more than happy to put out and saying that he wants to stay at Forest and build a team around him and blah blah blah. And happy at Forest. Now there's indications that he wants to go to Manchester City. Maybe because of after the game at the weekend where they got 2-2, so they may not get Champions League. So maybe he's if they get Champions League, he'll stay. If they don't get Champions League, he'll move. You know. But I don't know. I'm kind of warming to him a little bit. I did watch him against Leicester. They did. He did play well, so offensive. So I'm kind of warming to him a little bit. But you know, the main fact he's a United fan. But you know, we're saying that though. Carl Palmer was a United fan, so you know. I don't want any kind of United fan, but he's our player, he's good, don't you? You know what they're like. So yeah, but I said there was a lot of other transfer news, but again, it's just names. But are they going to become more, for instance, prolific? Oh, Rodrigo was the last one. Rodrigo always wants to play in Spain. Always wants to play in. For Madrid, quite happy to stay in Madrid, but unfortunately his times are limited and he's not going to get that much of a chance now. So he's now got to think about he's making up his mind over the next few days. With Ancelotti definitely going to Brazil, you've got what's it called? What's his name? Name. By Leverkusen. Alonso definitely going into Madrid. Let's see, for instance, if that changes things for him. But he looks like he might be open to leave, and Man City will probably be in for him. But it's going to cost a lot of money. So whether it'll be worth it, you know, he's a great player, but another one of these things, etc. You know, to buy star quality over endurance quality. I know. So it's you know, let's explore and see what happens. But I don't want a shirt seller. I want a guy who's a team player and he played for Man City for a long time. So what's it called? But yeah. But anyway, so a lot of news and information is going on at City at the moment. A lot of transfers going on. A lot of speculation. We're going to be linked with the kitchen sink at the moment. Because honestly, everybody knows Man City will need to strengthen. So there's going to be a lot of good and there's going to be a lot of crap. And see on news now, there's pages of Manchester City of we're going to buy this, we're going to buy that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I think it's you know, journalists just make this shit up. And yeah, and this is how it feels. Anyway, so I'm going to get going before the rain gets any harder. Still 20 in the high 20s, low 30s, since it's weather-wise. But other than that, I'm going to get going. I'll speak to you tomorrow. See if we get any of these transitional rumours become more prominent. And for instance, yeah, good. And see if the rain stops. Great for running. Love it. And, right, I was running in this rain yesterday. Absolutely boom, 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 powering away. You know, again, if you're running in 30 degrees, right, yeah, for instance, or 40, 35 degrees, and then suddenly you start running, you know, you're running and you kind of like running against the wall, the heat, and it saps your energy. But once you start running and it's raining, you feel you've got so much energy. It's like you've got a wind behind the back of you. Woo! Oh yeah, but it's good. And nobody's around. Nobody's in the sea and everything like that. It's great. I'm just alone on my own. People looking at me going, "Yeah, idiot down there." I don't care. So, anyway, Jubilee guy from Thailand. Love you and leave you. Got a cat from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow.